Now let's perform a calculation with the Python function. As we've learned the fundamental of creating the function. The next thing is let's can look at how we can create the function that can do calculation for us at the time. Now we define our function. I said called is a declare variable example. It's equals to 10 and declare price equals to 5 and declare sum equals to 160 plus divided by price plus find sum friend so all that is sum. So means we have a quantity variable, a price variable, and the sum is going to do the calculation, multiplication of quantity and price, and if you print out this statement, the total for your order is, and print out the order. Then I call the function. Call function. To call the function, we just need to say all this. So that's the total is. The total for your order is 2,025. So that's how to do a calculation with that. And the next thing is we're going to do perform a calculation so we can perform more complex calculation. And the other thing is returning value in the Python using the return. Okay, let's say we define same work we have here, and with this same work we have here, but the only difference is that we don't want to have this guy. We don't want to have this guy. We just tell it to return something like return sum. So it's going to return the sum for us, and that's right. Now it's done. So we call my order. Call orders. Alright. Get it right. Now that's it. So we can actually return. All you need to do instead of saying printing so and so. But if you want to give an instruction with what you're doing, you better put an instruction. So we say return sum. So we're going to return the value every time that we call that order function. So if you order for 10 quantity, multiply by the price, and it's going to return the sum to you. Then the next thing we want to do is to bring a parameter inside the function. Parameter inside the function. So what you do as a program is that maybe you want to accept parameter, like for example, we declare the variable quantity, we have the quantity, we are sure of the quantity value, the price value. What of in the case when we're not sure of the quantity, right? So what we need to do is to have let's say we have this and tell it to return orders. This I have it nine. So you see now, so we can accept values there. Now, from that. So order, 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 order. Alright, right, so alright, give me 50,000. Now the next thing we want to do now is, can we now add this price to the quantity here? The second parameter. So all we need to do is to comment that out. Let's have a price here, so we can perform nice calculation there. So now let's have the order in silver. The quantity is 20 and the price is 3,000. So if you do that, it's going to order function. Call the order function. So we need to supply arguments. Orders bracket. We have 10 quantity by 5,000 because we are not definite at the creation of function. You see now, so this how is going to perform. So we can actually supply all that we need there using the keywords argument in Python. Now let's go using the keywords argument in Python. We want a keyword. We define a function called fruits. Then in this, I want to see the fruits and the value. I have this. I call the first one F1 is a key. Call the other one F2. Call the other one F3. I have the other one F4 and F5. I have 5 fruits that I want to use, so I have the 5 keys there. So I will do print my favorite fruits. Right. Then the next thing to do is I would have to say to print out something. I want to print my first favorite fruit here. My first favorite fruit is F4. So to enter the F4, I will have to supply the values for all of them. So I save. The next thing is I need to call the function. Call it. Call fruit. Call fruit. Then fruit in bracket. Then the first key is F1 equals to, put in a quote, apple. And the next one is F2 equals to pawpaw. Next one is cashew. F equals to, I have the next one is F4 favorite equals to melon. Melon. Now my F5 equals to mango. Right? So I have apple F1, apple F2, purple, and so on to mango. So, and I am specifying the definition of this function. What you need to do is to print out my favorite food is F4. Alright, my favorite foods are melon. So it's melon. So when you write a program, that way you can actually do things like that, supplying keys. You use a key, so actually do the job perfectly. So that's how to use key. And the last one we want to talk about is when you want to return, you actually don't know the limit or the end of the value. Like I have 10 items, you have 40 items, the next person have 100 items. We can determine how many items we're going to use. So we use the arbitrary argument. We use the arbitrary argument to supply all that in Python. Right. Next thing is to declare a function. Let's say a long list. Right? So we have this. Then what do we do that if you do not know how many the arguments that is going to be passed into the function, add an asterisk, means all, before the parameter name in the function. So how do we do that? Let's say the parameter for this is asterisk. I have my items. I have items before that. Then I'll go ahead and what should it do for me? Print out something like this. The list is right. So the list is this. The list is this. I can actually put them all together. Is then I have and I said items, and so you remember your list because it's a list. Item is 3, so it's going to print out the item 3 after we have called it. Next thing is the function is long list. Then we have to now add a list. Let's say I have red, and I have now black. Next thing is I have yellow. Next thing is I have pink. Now this is a long list. It's a ending list. So we run it. So the list is pink. So you see, it's picking pink out of here. It's picking pink out of here. Now, we remember that we did working through list, operating through list the other time. Let's say we now want to work, we want from 1 to 5 to be printed out in our list. So we have this, we run it, we can actually print out all the lists there. So we can do a lot of work in this particular work or function. Now the last thing I would say here is when your function does not have content, doesn't have content, we use a pass with user defined, let's say no content, content, no content function. Do that, then there's nothing here, no content function. We have pass. So